geography.
It doesn't seem too mysterious to me, Alex. The correct answer is going to be Santa Fe because it is the highest altitude of all the state capitals. Welcome to a live final wager. I'm Keith Williams. A rare joy to get to watch the show at 7 o'clock as God intended. And we have a pretty good game here. Erin, our returning champ. That last clue for Michelle, that might knock her out of contention. Before this, Michelle had 13-8. Erin got doubled up, beaten Michelle, having Michelle miss, but now we have a shortest conjecture situation. So things might get a little tricky, and there is certainly potential for mind games here. Let's start with Michelle and Todd. They're separated by only 600, so Todd's going to want to go big here. That's 15-2. Just subtract another 600 away, and then another 600 from there is going to be 14-6. So just to confirm that, 15-8 doubled is 31-6. So yeah, 31 and then 6. If Erin doubles up, she's going to have 14,000. So Michelle, to keep her locked out, can wager up to 1799. And Todd, if he wants to get tricky here, could wager as much as 2,400. Although I wouldn't recommend that. But we'll see, actually, if the math bears that out. I need to do, if Todd gets this wrong with his 15-2, he's going to have 1,200. So Erin could wager up to 5,800. But I'm going to anticipate that she wagers everything here. Although 5,800 would probably be a better play. Let's do the mind games now. We've got this 1,800, and this is the shortegic wager from Michelle. But for Todd to cover that, that's going to be 17-6, so 1,200 here. And if he's wrong, then Michelle's going to want to wager at least 600. But that's, or at most 600, I should say, so that just happens to be the difference between the two of them. There is some math at work here, but I'm way overdue on doing my second part of the shortest conjecture tutorial that I have on my website someday, maybe someday. So to cover 600 here, that's not really a wager to tie, but 1,200. I'm using the wrong colors for some reason. 5,800, 12,800. I'm not even going to get too worried about that from Erin's perspective, or from Michelle's perspective. 12,800, that'd be at most 3,000, but that's not looking too good as a wager. All right, if I'm Todd and I want to force Michelle to get it right, I want to wager at most 600, and this is where that 1,200 minimum comes into play from Michelle. And that 600's here. I'll just write it in the correct color so that everyone's on the same page. I'm not doing weird math. I'm doing everything I do every day, but I always use 3 different colors. I got a couple seconds to kill, it looks like. I was surprised no one took a stab at the... Wait, why is there a jackpot on the wheel? That hasn't been around in a while, as far as I remember. I was surprised no one rung in on that Supreme Court resignation clue, and I was yelling at the TV, David Souter, because I totally forgot about Stevens. But,
the category for finalists, state capital geography
my bad.
players. Here's your clue. Of the 5 U.S. state capitals that begin with the letter A, the one that is farthest north. 30 seconds.
Spend the rest of the time thinking through this, but Augusta seems like the right one. So Augusta, Concord, Montpelier, Albany is farther south, Michigan, Lansing, Wisconsin is Madison, St. Paul, North Dakota, Bismarck, Helena, Boise, too far south, and Olympia. So there are only 2 that border Canada. The states border Canada. Augusta's got to be the farther north.
I'm sure you quickly eliminated Atlanta and Austin. That left you with 3 that were in contention. Let's see if you came up with the right
What's the third one?
We start with you, Erin. You were in 3rd place with 7,000. You said
Annapolis is the third one.
Maine. That is it. Yes, indeed. The other far north ones were Albany and Annapolis. You had $1,000 only. You're at 10,000.
She could have done pretty much anything there.
Michelle. She had 15,800, and she's smiling because she too came up with Augusta. She will add
Yep, there it is. There's that strategic wager. So we'll see what Todd does here. If you start in the right corner, so it's pretty easy.
The right one is wager.
Yeah, alright. Well done, Todd. That was a good game, and for 2 nights in a row now, we've seen why it often pays to be in the lead heading into Final Jeopardy, because when it's an easy clue like that everyone gets, you're going to be winning, because chances are you came into play and you're going to wager to cover a double up by second. Turns out there, Todd could have wagered the 1,200 amount and would have been in even better shape, because he would have won had Michelle gotten it right or wrong. And had they both missed, then he would have been in good shape. But he gets a lot more money out of this. He has the certainty going into Final Jeopardy that if he gets it right, he'll win. And it's just the right wager. Not to say that that would have been wrong, but whatever. I talked myself into a corner now. Season 6 of Archer is now on Netflix, so I guess that's how I'm going to spend the rest of my evening. And yeah, I guess that is it. I'm sure there's something else I want to talk about, but I'll just end it here. Have a great night, and we'll see you right here tomorrow on the Final Wager.